Alrighty, I'm doing a short little video here this morning on a power steering box for a 1971 Ford F-250. I didn't need to do the rebuild, but now I've got to do the rebuild because I didn't get some information up front quick enough and I had a little problem. So anyway, what I was trying to do is, this is the where the rag joint connects to from the steering column. The seal around here was leaking, and so I just wanted to replace that. Well, I didn't see anybody talking about this, but this ring here, it looked like part of the casting, and I couldn't figure out how to get that off, even though everybody was saying there's a snap ring in there. But anyway, I finally got this thing off, and then there's the snap ring. I've already removed that just to make this video quicker. There's the seal. I got to take that out of there with a magnet because it won't come out. This is the seal that is part of the steering column there. And then there's the bearing, which was fine. Everything, it got the bearing out and everything. But the problem is, do not take these 4 bolts off of the shaft pump housing here. Do not take this out. If you just want to do the seal, leave it bolted up, pull the bearing out, and change the seal, put the new seals in. I'm not going to show that, but if you pull this setup out of here, there's a worm gear there. Well, what they aren't saying right up front, if you pull this setup out of here, you're going to be rebuilding the whole thing, because if you pull the worm gear out, you're going to lose about 30 ball bearings. And once those ball bearings come out of there, you can't put them back in the same way that you took the pump apart. So you have to take everything apart, which includes this piston right here. You got to take the main shaft out of there, and this piston's got to be slid back over that shaft right there. But if you see this little cap right here, you take those 2 screws out and remove it, and then you can put the ball. You have to slide this back over the spline there first, then put the ball bearings back in. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a quick heads up. If you're just replacing the seal on that, because that's all that was leaking on mine, was that seal there that comes out towards the steering column. Nothing else was leaking. The bottom of the steering box was fine. There's double seals in there and a snap ring. I'm going to replace it because I got everything apart now. But none of this was leaking. None of this was leaking. And none of this was leaking. But just this little tiny seal up here, well, it caused me a major mayday. Because when those ball bearings came out, I started crying. So just letting you know, if you pull this off of there with the spline, then you're going to be rebuilding the whole thing. Hope this was helpful to somebody else.